Warringah.
I move that this bill be now read a second time. Warringah has made headlines in the last few weeks. We infamously snubbed both Pink and Kim Kardashian, yet last Friday we welcomed Prime Minister Anthony Albanese on his visit to Manly. Somewhat ironically, given the nature of the bill I am introducing today, his visit coincided with TripAdvisor announcing Manly Beach ranking the 7th best beach in the world and the best beach in Australia. So it's nearly farcical when I stand here today to have to reintroduce a private member's bill to end PEP-11, which is a permit for the drilling of oil and gas from our coast, from Newcastle down to Manly. Multiple politicians have vowed to end this project. It threatens the very beach that is rated one of the best in the world. But here we are, it is still there. The Prime Minister has unequivocally stated that it ought to be consigned to the annals of history where it rightfully belongs, a permit that is described as at best just a disaster and at worst catastrophic, a permit that was staunchly objected to by Labor when in opposition, having gone through the rigorous process of shadow, cabinet and caucus, and yet now in government it is still on the table, still being considered. The Prime Minister, I would argue, now needs to act. He is on the record of saying it will be dead in the water. It must be so. It is like a cockroach, this project. In New South Wales, the government has acted. There has been a significant change. They have been courageous and they've taken the lead to keep their coast clean and safe, legislating, and the bill will be up for a vote within the next sitting week in the New South Wales Parliament to ensure that to ban offshore oil and gas in state waters, and in an attempt to block such a project. To do so, we also must pass this legislation in Commonwealth waters so that when it comes to these kind of projects, they are stopped in both New South Wales waters and Commonwealth waters. It's historic legislation setting the benchmark and ambition for other states. The New South Wales government is listening to its communities. It's time the Commonwealth government did the same. There are now calls also for Victoria to pass similar legislation. And so it absolutely should be that in this place the federal government should lead. This bill, the ending of PEP-11, prevents any future permits or projects like it within that same region of federal waters off the coast of New South Wales. For those who are not aware, Petroleum Exploration Permit 11 is a licence for oil and gas exploration off Warringah's coastline, covering some 4,575 square kilometres of ocean from Newcastle through the Central Coast and down to Manly. In points, it comes to within 5 kilometres of the coastline. So opposing PEP-11 is an issue that unites most peoples of the coast and northern beaches. Our communities have protested, they've paddled out, they have been against this project for years, and yet it is still there. We've had petitions and over 60,000 signatures. Our ocean is fragile. We can't risk the environmental impacts associated with this licence. And I have to mention the incredible work of organisations like Living Ocean, Surf Riders and Surf Riders Northern Beaches, Surfers for Climate and Save Our Coast, who have all been mobilising against this project. I recently received a petition from Surf Riders and Ben & Jerry's calling for an end to seismic blasting for oil and gas. We know that seismic blasting harms marine wildlife, like the hearing of whales and dolphins, which they rely on in their sense to communicate, to find food, to navigate. Now, we've seen the Leader of the Opposition and the member for New England go out in great support for risks to whales, and so I will expect them to also come out in support of banning seismic blasting and testing, because it is such a risk to marine life, in particular whales. The area of PEP-11 is similar to the Southern Ocean, which is facing over 400 days of continual seismic testing, and it has one of the highest whale migratory activities. Seismic blasting is followed by drilling and then extraction of fossil fuels. So we know the risks of these fossil fuel projects are devastating, and it just has to be stopped. So we know, for example, in 2021, an oil spill off Orange County in California decimated the beach, the wildlife, and jeopardising a huge coastal economy. Now, let's be clear. PEP-11 is a permit for oil and gas. And so, along with banning seismic testing, we simply must relegate this project to the dustbins of history. So I call on the government now to legislate, to ban PEP-11, to take seriously the need to stop seismic blasting and testing in our coastal waters. We must ensure these incredible marine life areas are protected. We know they are under threat from warming and from so many other aspects. And so now we have an opportunity for the government to walk the talk. Now is the opportunity to debate this legislation and to ban once and for all the PEP-11 licence to ensure there can be no oil and gas exploration off our coast from Newcastle to Manly. Australians all around the country are very strongly against this use of our Commonwealth waters. We simply must do something about it. The history shows the joint authority process is flawed. It has been undermined the role of ministers. It's led to judicial review and proceedings, potentially compensation claims, and so the simplest solution is to legislate, and I urge the government to do it now. And I cede the remainder of my time to the member for Mackellar.
Is the motion seconded? To give the call to the honourable member for Mackellar.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I rise to second the motion of the member of Warringah's Private Members Bill Stop PEP-11 and Protect Our Coast 2024, and I thank her for her ongoing commitment to protecting our climate and our environment since her election. When it comes to PEP-11, I can't say it more clearly. The people of the northern beaches of Sydney, of Mackellar, of Warringah will never accept drilling for oil and gas off our beaches. Never. They have said this repeatedly and they have said it vehemently for years now. The risks to both our climate and our marine and coastal environments from oil spills, methane leaks and seismic blasting is just too great and too awful. And this mining proposal also puts thousands of local jobs at risk in tourism and hospitality, and also recreational and commercial fishing from Manly to Newcastle and beyond. The coastline impacted by PEP-11 is amongst the most beautiful in the world. And in Mackellar we know that we might rival Manly for the most beautiful beaches in the world as well, but it is up to us to preserve and protect it for future generations. And yet, as the Australian Marine Conservation Society states, if the PEP-11 licence is renewed, it would allow seismic blasting and drilling for gas in the migration routes of humpback and southern right whales, as well as critical habitat for numerous other threatened species. Seismic blasting, let's be clear, has been described as the sound of an atomic bomb going off in their underground homes every 3 to 10 seconds, 24 hours a day, for months on end. Between 2018 and 2020, the community group Save Our Coast collated 77,000 signatures for a petition opposing PEP-11. And this is just one of the many community groups opposing PEP-11, of whom we thank for their work. And yet, the fossil fuel company Advent Energy, 30% owned by BHP, is pushing on regardless, as they seek to profit from the destruction of both our climate and our unique ocean environment. This project is opposed by MPs of all electorates that will be impacted, from Manly to Newcastle, including the Labor member for Newcastle and the Labor member for Robertson on the Central Coast. And prior to the 2022 election, the Prime Minister himself called PEP-11 an absurd proposal and emphatically said that it would never happen under his leadership. Unlike the Stage 3 tax cuts, there will be no happy voters if Labor is able to wriggle out of this election promise. So unpopular is PEP-11 that even the fossil fuel-addicted climate wreckers of the Coalition's Nemesis era realised that they were on a hiding-to-nothing on this one. And despite wanting to progress PEP-11, the former Resources Minister wanting to progress PEP-11, just 10 days after I launched as a candidate for the 2022 election, the former Prime Minister, in his capacity as Secret Minister for Resources, announced an end to the project. The New South Wales State Labor government has played their part in trying to end PEP-11. Earlier this month, they took the extraordinary step of passing, which they are debating today, of introducing a bill to prohibit seabed drilling in New South Wales state waters. Unfortunately, the PEP-11 licence applies to a region in Commonwealth waters, beyond the 5-kilometre coastal zone of state waters. So ultimately, the final decision on PEP-11 will lie at the feet of the Federal Labor Resources Minister. If the Labor government truly does wish to stand by its election promise, this bill provides them an opportunity to do so, to end this saga once and for all.